What's up, Vibers? I'm super excited to bring you this Shiv build guide by Aiden BY. Aiden is an original member of Bomba, one of the top squads in the world, alongside TLD before the shift to trios. He's a multi-time tournament winner, legend rank player, and best of all, he's just a super good dude. He loves SUPERVIVE and he loves sharing his knowledge and experience with other players. Now, Aiden has a reputation for having a very deep hunter pool, plays a wide variety of hunters, but more recently has been terrorizing the European ranked ladders on his Shiv. In this video, we're going to get some high-level insight into why Shiv is such a strong character in the current meta and how you can play and build her effectively, not only to fit your playstyle, but also dominate your lobbies. After this video, if you want to see more high-level Shiv gameplay or ask any questions, you can catch Aiden BY live on his Twitch at ttv/Aiden_BY. With that, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's dive into practice tool with Aiden. Well, first of all, real quick, like, how do you think like the armory coming over from the old gear has like changed for Shiv? Like, you think it's benefited her, and if so, like, why?
I feel like it has benefited her because it gives you the variants of two main playstyles that I like. I could see a possible third playstyle where you play around cooldown, but I like the fact that it's giving you the ability to have variants in how you play, so you can play more accustomed to you.
Yeah,
And
nice.
I think the main buffs from Shiv is just purely off the range. The main issue with Shiv before was she was still a very good hunter and she could still do similar things to what she does now, but you would have to get like you would be taking damage while your aiming laser is like nowhere near them, and you would have to get so involved that it was so risky to try and get value.
At that point, you basically have to hit every shot to be able to trade damage enough to stay alive, get the kill, and keep shifting.
Yeah. Also, with the way that scaling works in the game now, Shiv is 10x better in the late game than she was before, because I can literally dash forward on some people and I can 4-shot them. Right? Like full HP, they're like level 14 as well, and I just turn them into cheese. Like as long as you're hitting, like this character pumps damage.
Yeah. Have you felt the little nerf that they put through? Did that get hotfixed in yet? I think it did.
I've felt it on the early game, and that is the only time I felt it. In the late game, you still pump.
Still
but I feel like she's not. It just makes her more of a. Even though she is a demon in the early game, it does make her more of a scaler.
Gotcha.
So ideally you want to make sure you've got your items and stuff before you go crazy mode. But don't be afraid to go crazy mode earlier. With the items, I feel like there's a couple different playstyles you can go for. The one that I tend to go for is I like to do the maximum damage output, because the way I view Shiv in a nutshell is it is your job to go in there and kill one person really quickly, and then after that it's 3 versus 2. In this game, when you're 3 versus 2, it should always be auto win. Like you should never lose at that point, because there's only 2 of them, unless like they've done like a bunch of damage to you guys while you're getting the kill. But that's the idea of killing them quick. I do the Rage Steel Gauntlet. I'm going to shout out Pensato for this, because it was Pensato that put me on the Rage Steel Gauntlet.
Rage Steel Gauntlet, shout out Pensato. All right, so Rage Steel Gauntlet is 10% primary attack damage plus, so it's a Kiss Curse and minus 20% primary attack speed.
It's a Kiss Curse without the curse. So your attack speed doesn't actually change on Shiv. So it's just a flat damage increase. It's
also kind of just damage. Like, sorry, like the way you play Shiv is like, you kind of shoot like, you know, a lot of times like you're shooting, you know, like not one shot at a time, but a lot of times like that, you know, if you're shifting and like you said, being patient, hitting that first shot, like the attack speed isn't necessarily as crazy as it is something like Ghost, where you're trying to like spray as many bolts as possible in like a short little window.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you are still shooting quick.
Look out.
It's just that you're doing your big shot and you're weaving an auto in between.
Guns charged. Can't do that.
You'll notice times to go fast and times to go slow. With the Burning Palm as well, so the damage is comparable to things like Power Gauntlet, but the difference is it's just way better against tanks. In my eyes, if the damage is about the same, but it's better situationally, then why not build it? You're already able to kill tanks with your passive, which I've just not explained actually. So the way your passive works is, I don't know if you know, like actually no, I'll go do like a Dota reference, right, to explain it, but I'm better explaining it.
Yeah, go for it. I might not get it, but the viewer might.
Yeah, it's like Ursa from Dota 2, right? And every single time that you hit someone, you're just increasingly doing more and more damage. So like if you shoot me as well, then you would just see the damage number go up.
Yep, 141, 164, 187, 210, 233, 226. Yep. And it stacks up to 9, or it just keeps going?
It does have a limit. I can't remember what the limit is.
It doesn't. I don't know why you can't do advanced tooltips anymore, but I think it's pretty sure it was 9.
Keep shooting me until the damage stops,
Okay,
and then just keep counting. Oh wait,
87, 210, 233, 236, 79, 302, 325, 338, 271. Wait, it does just keep going? That's fucking crazy, bro. What?
Is it not stopping?
It's not stopping, bro. We're at 762, 808, 856, 900. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know this was uncapped. We're over 1,000. Now it's a giant pink number. Maybe this is... That's crazy, bro. I'm hitting you for... I'm gonna eventually one-tap you here, dude. 1,400. 1,500. It's scaling.
Okay.
Dude, it's... Wait, can I get there? 1,800. 1,900. 2,000. Come on. It's so close, bro.
Too slow.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yes, so that is infinite scaling.
That's crazy.
I finished them.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Okay. So that's the grip situation. That makes sense. Are there any other grips you like opt to in certain situations?
You've got a different type of builds you can play as well.
Okay.
So
do you want to like talk about like one at a time? Like we'll talk about grips and relics for one build, and then kind of talk about another one.
Yeah, we can do. So with Ragesteel Gauntlet and Burning Palm, Vive Infuser I would use across every build.
Okay.
Because every single time that you dash, and like I can send you another cool video, right, of me doing it again recently.
Okay, we'll clip it in.
Yep. Basically, it's just gonna keep healing you. Like it's just so good because you dash at someone and then it heals you on every single dash. There we go.
Yeah, that is crazy. And with the upgrade Vive Infuser, isn't it like isn't the 2-star and 3-star go kind of crazy? Yeah.
On 2%. On level 2, and it also gives you on level 3 plus 10% of your max HP over a couple seconds.
Yeah.
So like it just keeps giving you more and more health, and you spam your dashes on this character because it's
right.
Like it's Shiv, right?
Right.
So
right.
when you're in your ultimate, especially, and you're hitting everything, it's just you're like a raid boss because you've got infinite HP and you're pumping out damage.
It's just like that sounds awesome actually, and that's not even taking into account any sort of omnivamp or anything. That's just pure like Vive Infuser dash healing.
Vive Infuser. Yep.
That's cool.
The cool thing about Relics is you've actually got a lot of options. So, what ideally best case scenario, right? You've got Refractor with this.
Okay.
Because Refractor just gives you physical damage bonus. And it also makes it if you come next to the Shrike bot again. Whenever I shoot you or someone next to you, it's going to just bounce between the two of you.
I've never even noticed the effect, but I finally see it. That's actually kind of OP, dude. I've been running this on Ghost. This is what I was running today. I've been running this and 40% on every 4th attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
And that is just good damn.
Yeah, true.
I like this a lot because it allows you to fight groups of people better. And even if you're only fighting one person, that is actually a really good thing because it means there's only one person, and ideally there should still be 3 of you. Like it helps you against people that are in groups, and if there's one person by themselves, then you're happier because they don't have 2 teammates to help them.
Yeah, and in every situation you're getting the 5% primary attack damage, which is just goated for her because it's all.
If you don't have Refractor, other things that I would recommend. I view the relics on Shiv as like a offensive and like a defensive slot. I like to have sort of like one of each.
Nice.
The Refractor would be one of my offensives. I would also go for instead of Refractor, if you don't have it, this is kind of weird. This is going to go like a double defensive route where you go Last Bite. And
Okay.
that one, it basically does what it says in the tin. It just gives you more healing, right, in the Omnivamp when you drop below a certain amount of HP. Also, like, just makes your Vive Infuser even better, because you're just getting way more regen.
True, true. Yeah, and this also has some pretty solid upgrades, if I remember right. That would lean into her playstyle. I'm trying to remember what the two.
Yeah, I just wish I could press Alt and look at the thing.
I know, man.
You can also go like Harmonic Edge. It's just damage, right, in this slot. So you can have like Harmonic Edge.
Have you noticed, like, when you run that, do you notice like the force shot like popping off ever? Like you're like, oh damn, or do you feel like you don't notice it that much?
Can't do that.
I feel like people kind of just die when you play Shiv.
Look how scary you look though when you have a charge. You're like freaking Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I know. And then when you land it as well, it's just 420 damage just for funsies.
It is cool having it like pre-charged.
So other things that you can put in this like refractor spot is you can put like in game if you get Masamune. Masamune is really good.
Okay.
Soul Stealer's really good. If you're feeling yourself, you can just go like the double damage route where like you've got like refractor plus like Harmonic Edge or that kind of stuff as well. Like these are all interchangeable, and it doesn't really matter like what you pick. The only thing I would say is must grabs, right, when you're in game in terms of red powers that will remove items, is I would swap my Vive Infuser when I get a Beacon Rewind, and I would swap my Refractor when I get a Soul Stealer. That's the big two.
Okay, gotcha.
Dragon's Breath, oh sorry, well I guess big three actually, right, because Dragon's Breath rounds is Armor Shredder, and that one would also replace my Refractor. The reason that I also value, so Soul Stealer is quite obvious, it just gives you flat damage. Beacon Rewind's like an extra life. Dragon's Breath is basically like a, I think is it 30% that armor gives you now? It's a 20% damage increase. If you hover over your armor in the bottom right, it will tell you how much damage it reduces. If I have this item, right, even though it's only shredding armor, I've shot you once, your armor's gone, and I've now increased my damage by 20%. So now hitting you is hitting you for 497 for every shot, even though I only have this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's also, it's not even just a 20% increase in your damage, it's 20% increase in your team's damage.
But yeah, because their armor's broken, right? And that applies like, because the armor's a buff on them, not like something you're doing. So if you, once you break the armor, they're taking 20% more from all sources. Plus you have the extra 20% primary attack on the Dragon Breath rounds themselves. Damn, dude, that just blasts actually. What the hell? 623. Yep. That's crazy.
I'm not afraid to get on top of someone. So like if I do see someone like that I feel like I can get on top of, and the team's looking weak, I don't mind barrel stuffing just to stay on top of them.
I'm hurt.
Because like you're still gonna do damage, it's just gonna take like a bit longer, but it's also gonna make them panic because they've got a Shiv right on top of them.
Right.
And when you're next to them as well, you've got the advantage of if you try and dash away.
Like just, you can just answer their dash, basically.
You don't have the distance to actually get outside of my kill range.
Right, gotcha. Because you can just answer every dash, basically.
Yeah, because when you are playing the neutral, right, the downside to this is if I dash up and you dash to the left, right, I've got to run after you, right, and try and shoot you. Yeah, like if I miss, then it's like just kind of aids. Another cool thing about combat on Shiv as well is there's some matchups where you want to ideally land your dagger on the enemy. So, but this is when you're like playing a lot more confident and you're like a bit more used to Shiv. If I land my dagger on you, this is going to apply a slow, and it's also going to mean that when you try and get away,
just right on top of him again. It's a pretty nasty slow too, actually.
If I slow you again, I'll wait to try and dagger away. Pressure E. Yep. Oh, well, you cast it, yeah. But
I get the idea.
It lets me like follow you.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Sort of thing as well. So there's some characters like maybe like a brawl, if you go brawl real quick. So if I E you and you tether away, typically that would mean I can't catch you, but
yeah, then you hit him at the ground, yeah, and then just cooked.
So it helps with a lot of like like particular matchups.
That's kind of like the main look. Like, would you say that's like the most powerful one you've been leaning into?
Yeah, so typically I'll have Vive Infuser, Refractor of the game, and then like the only thing that replaces it is Red Powers. In terms of boots, you've got two different ways that you can approach this. So Rocket High Tops do, it says in the description that it makes your dash speed faster, right? But what it also
Eyes
does,
on
it
an
actually
enemy.
makes you dash further.
I've been using
Right,
these
so it'll
on
give you a-
Ghosts. These things are gangster.
It will make you dash 25% further.
Yeah, that's wild. So for, yeah, like the value you get out of something like that on Shiv is just crazy turbo.
I've not been using these. I've been
okay,
using the other
okay.
ones, but I would recommend these for the other build, right? The Bloodlust boots, right, are the ones that I've been using. So every time that you shoot someone, right, you're getting more and more movement speed, and then you're basically
Just
moving
running
at
them down. We're literally
max
running them
movement
down.
speed almost, because
What
your
is
dash,
max movement speed? Like you can get up to it?
it's like 700.
Yeah, I thought it was like high 600 if I was, or at least it used to be somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's like 700. I don't know how to get to the max movement speed with the current system is the only issue. Actually, wait, if I do the thing, I might be able to get to it. Generate elixirs, yeah. So, what you do with this perk, buy yourself a spike wall, start building it, but cancel it. And then just do that a couple times, and you look at it right inside your screen.
Wait, what's happening?
Right, so you're getting every buff for all the different elixirs just by spamming it.
Using noise. Oh.
You've got to use a non... Like the way it works is
Non-elixir
basically just
consumables. Yeah, I see. I'll also
Yeah.
apply elixir effects. So if you use something that's not an elixir, but is a consumable, you get an elixir effect. So you're not actually consuming the spike wall, you're just using it. Sorry, I was so confused with like what you were saying to do, because I put the spike wall down, and then you were like, use the spike wall, and I was like, it's here. But you're saying like use it. You're saying like use it like this. I see. That's wild, dude. What? So you can like keep these up.
Yeah, you can just, every so often when you feel like it, you can just click it real quick.
See invis, move speed out of combat, mana on LMB, bruh. Wait, can I can do this with like any? I can do this with like Ghost too, yeah.
Yeah, you can do this with anyone, right?
Dude, what the hell?
This was purely just to try and get to the max movement speed, by the way. This was like a little aside tidbit.
Dude, this
Right.
is awesome, bro. You just figured this out, just trying to just go zoomy zoom.
Yeah, I was just...
That's awesome. Okay. So that's kind of like the main look. We got Vive Infuser, Refractor, and/or any of the ones you mentioned, with Rage Steel, Burning Palm as our grips, Bloodless Boots as our boots. Besides this perk, are there any like perks that you think are kind of like essential to the what she's trying to do?
This perk's like nice, right? But like you don't need to do this, right? The only perk I would say is actually like essential is Dash Engine.
Dash engine, dash abilities for fun reset. Oh yeah, crazy.
So yeah, it just it helps you a lot with like when you're moving around the map and make sure you never run out
Eyes
of
on
like
an enemy.
mana.
Oh yeah, especially for map
On-
traversal, that makes a lot of sense.
On
Yep.
Shiv in general, you're not actually stressed about running out of mana, to be honest with you, but you do want to just have something to mitigate it, because when you are doing, like you said, map traversal, it just makes your life a bit easier.
Can't do
Like when you buy this, you turn your brain off on mana.
Yeah, I've been having some real mana struggles on Ghost.
I would go Dash Engine as well on Ghost.
Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I don't know. I don't think I actually have this one. Does it work with scanners too? Probably. Well, you'd have to actually. Oh, because you could pick up the scanners. Yeah, you probably could throw scanners and pick them up
Enemy
for the.
spotted.
For
Yeah,
the generative
anything
elixirs.
you can start using. I mean, you could probably use anywhere but here as well. Like if I just start channeling it. Oh no, it doesn't. That doesn't work actually. I'm gonna use fan. That doesn't work. Is it just wall?
Interesting. What about? You just have to. You'd have to like come grab them, and you could do it like this. Yeah, you could do it with scanners. That's cool. Yeah, okay, Dash Engine sounds crazy. So any other ones that are like maybe not essential but like nice to have that you maybe would want to put on your favorites list if you had them?
My favorites list that I just like throughout the game on this type of character is stuff like Armor Shredder, for obvious reasons, because it's just nice for them to take more damage, and regenerative armor, right? Because I feel like with the new system, it's hard to repair your armor sometimes, so it's nice just having it passively regenerating as well.
Man, yeah, those two are strong. I feel like the perks are one of the hardest things to unlock, or like one of the rare things to unlock with the capsules. I feel like I don't
it's
have
just
that many yet.
pure gamba, but we'd love to see it.
Take a look at
Going
maybe
on to
yeah.
the other build, we're gonna drop Burning Palm. We're gonna keep our Ratio Gauntlet, and we are gonna get ourselves Longclaw Optics. Yeah, you're going Longclaw. You're gonna swap out your boots. You're gonna go for the Rocket High Tops with this build.
These are the ones I've been jamming on Ghost with, the high tops. They've been feeling spicy.
With this build on Shiv, the idea is you're able to cover more distance with your dash, so you're just moving a lot further when you're doing your jump dash glide, and then you've also got more range. So you can play at like it's a much safer range, and this is a much easier way of maybe getting into Shiv.
I see. It's a little
Because
more like, instead of having to, it gives you like a little more leniency in the range and in not only in your attack range, but also in the range of your shift. So you kind of get a double, you know, a little double value on like actually being able to connect your shots if you're struggling with like, damn, that is nasty range.
Yep.
That's cool.
And it just feels a lot safer. You also catch some people off guard because there's been a lot of times where I'm over Abyss and I'm thinking I'm out of the person's range because muscle memory from their range, and then I get shot and I get spiked and I look at my screen and go, I'm an idiot.
I've like, yeah, and some characters like like when the range items are on like Saros and Shrike, sometimes I'm like, bro, that's actually so far I'm getting hit by. So with these, it's still the like if people are running these, you recommend us still doing the trying to get the glide in with them for the
100%, because just because you've got more range doesn't mean that you need to now do the less effective way of dashing.
Gotcha.
Right, because this just makes it even better, right? It's gonna send you even further. Because I mean, like the distance from this is crazy, you know?
Yeah, because like, and if you combine the dash distance with the shot, the extra shot distance, you can actually like shoot someone like from hella far
Yeah,
away.
it makes it so characters even like Bishop can't kite you, which is crazy.
Yeah.
In terms of gameplay loop with this, the only difference is you're neutral. So you're able to just chill out a lot more, right, when you're dashing left and right and shooting people. You're not as stressed about like going in, right? But everything else is like your job's still the same. You still want to dagger back, you want to, and then try and kill someone. I should have also mentioned you can press your alt and your R&B at the same time.
Would you, so like if it's looking good, you recommend doing that? You're like, I'm gonna hit my R&B, you just ult the same exact time to guarantee the, and then they're grounded and you do the shift thing back and forth.
Yep, like it's more it's just input effective, right? Where you do your R&B and your ult at the same time. So you're not like alting then R&Bing or doing the other way around, right? You're having both the cooldowns be used with each other, right?
Makes
So the
sense,
ground
makes
duration
sense.
with the ult duration. And then the other thing I was looking at as well is you could also play with Ratio Gauntlet off. You can drop the Long Claw and you can do Chrono Gauge. This one is like
I like Chrono Gauge.
weird, right? Because you're going to be playing a lot more around like your cooldown on like your ult and your dagger.
Yeah,
right?
gotcha.
And your R&B, I guess. You're gonna go the time staff. I have no idea how you pronounce the first word of that. You got this, boss.
Isocrons, maybe?
Isocron?
Isocrons
Yeah,
time stuff.
that sounds correct. Right. Yeah, you just run that, and then you can run like Refractor again with this. Right?
Okay.
Or if you want to play safer, like again your Vive Infuser, you've got your options.
Gotcha.
Right, and then this is just gonna put your dagger on a lower cooldown, your ult on a lower cooldown.
Yeah,
This one I think is definitely the worst out of the three. I will say this. So I would not opt for this, but if it's what you've got in your armory, then you can use it.
Gotcha. And if you were playing like this, like you would just want to try to lean a little more into the abilities if you can, but really like the core of her kit is the shift, so.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It just makes it so you've got like your dagger up more often, so then you're able to do like your dagger plays more, your ult's up a bit more often, so you're able to like burst one person down more, and like your R&Bs you can go for more stuns. It makes everything else, the windows on punishment lower because the cooldowns are obviously
Yeah,
lower.
gotcha. That adds up. And potentially like if you're looking to just like practice YOLOing in more with stuff like this and trying to hit your R&Bs and taking the dagger back, lets you do more stuff like that with the dash distance. And do you would keep rocking high top boots with this one?
Oh, sorry. On this one, I would probably go back for bloodless boots. I think that might just be a preference thing though for me.
Yeah, kind of just whatever you're feeling here.
I really enjoy the bloodless boots in terms of the movement speed.
I could see how that would go crazy on her, honestly.
The nice thing about her as well is like even if you miss a shot but you've got max movement speed, it's like your window of death is actually lower because you're moving quicker, so you can still dodge things even though your dash is down.
Yeah. You're like start becoming a sidestep master. You gotta have crazy move speed, 555 rare. Damn.
Another thing I should also mention on Shiv is like things keep coming to my brain right, as I'm like talking.
I love it, dude. This is awesome.
When you dagger, obviously when you dagger onto train and stuff, right, it will give you a bit of your dagger refund back. Well, I guess not obvious actually. So when you dagger on the ground, it's going to be 20 seconds at max level. If I dagger onto terrain, you're going to get 5 seconds off.
Oh, okay.
So when you are daggering behind you, you typically want to dagger onto like a tree or something, so that way it just lowers the cooldown.
Gotcha.
Also, when you dagger over Abyss, your dagger will just disappear.
Right.
So if I press my dagger, that's gone. You've just wasted your cooldown, right?
Yep. So if you're the only time you would throw it over Abyss if you're trying to hit someone with it, basically, right?
Yeah, basically, right. Another thing you can do as well, this is a cool little tech. So if I dagger here, and then...
Oh, that's sick as hell, bro. I love that kind of stuff. Dude, that's awesome.
There you go. So you're using a feathering technique where you're going, what I like to call downy uppies. You can also call it feathering.
Downy uppies.
Right.
I like that.
But you just go down, you go up, you press your E, and then it'll send you up.
You're trying to time it basically, so like when your character is kind of reaching your bubble, basically, is when you kind of want to hit it.
Yeah.
That's a cool one, bro. I love that. Hell yeah. So on the build things, I kind of wanted to ask, like, because this is like still up in the air, I feel like, for a lot of people, when you actually hit the map, like, what's your kind of priority of what you're trying to buy first? And like, basically, where are you funneling your gold in sequence to get each thing?
On Shiv, the way I view it is some hunters are outpost hunters and some hunters are shop hunters. And what I mean by this is, so Shiv, I would say, is a shop hunter because she wants to prio her shop items over her outpost items first.
Meaning the grips, like Rage Steel Gauntlet and the boots.
So like the grips and the boots.
Gotcha.
Someone that would be an outpost hunter would be someone like Oathbreaker, because you would want things like Grappling the Squid and Essence Reaper.
I see.
Same with like Kingpin, for example. He really wants Grappling the Squid over just his basic items.
Right. That makes sense.
Shiv has enough in her kit to not require the outpost items. The outpost items just enhance what she does.
Gotcha.
Whereas other hunters that require items to be more online, right, are better going to the outpost because that's what the outpost tends to offer. There's two different things it can offer you, I guess, but you know what I mean.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. So it's like basically hitting shop, grabbing your grips and your boots, and then just looking for a relic shop like along the way.
So in terms of skill build, right, I tend to go dash level 1, right, for obvious reasons. That's your bread and butter with Shiv. Right, when you're using your dash, you're wanting to try and have impact with it, basically, like landing your shots.
On the scale of hunters, like if you're dropping level 1, you'd say Shiv has like a pretty strong level 1, yeah, because of this.
It's as long as you don't miss, right? She is very don't miss dependent. I know that's a very obvious thing that you can say about a lot of hunters, but in Shiv she takes it to the extreme. If you do fuck up, then you are so vulnerable because it's like just 5 seconds of these people can just kill you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In terms of when you're shooting early game though, it pays a lot to be patient with your shots, because sometimes I feel like a lot of Shivs, right, they'll dash glide and insta shoot because they feel like they need to have like high APM. But in reality, if you just like get closer to them, right, take your time and make sure you're landing all your shots, even if they are shooting you a little bit, it's like you're just consistently doing more damage because you really can't risk like missing early.
And you're like the price of patience is you're trading more damage out, and as soon as you for sure hit that, you can shift again, and that's the power of it, right? And then if you can consistently do that, like you're gonna basically win the damage battle, so you don't have to rush it, right?
Yeah, and typically you're not trying to like eagle 3 people at the same time. So you're trying to find like someone that's like walking a bit further forward, right? So it's like you're having like an ISO fight in terms of range because his 2 friends behind him can't really help him. So even though you are trading a bit more HP than you'd like, right? You're still out trading him is the main thing.
Right.
Because like you're still landing your shots. Going into level 2, there's 2 different ways you can approach it. So you're either gonna go your RMB, so that way you can get like camps killed faster.
My technique's
I would typically go RMB if I'm fighting things like big bosses early game. So if there's like a freeway fight for primary attack damage, right, perk.
Yep.
That's just the first one that came to my head. Then I would
It's a
go
good one for
RMB so that
Shiv.
way I can try and steal it. You know, that one and the ability damage, because your shift is ability damage as well.
Oh,
Fun fact,
okay. The empowered is.
Yep. So they
Gotcha.
both apply to Shiv, which is really good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're skilling your RMB if you're trying to farm camps quicker, or if you're just fighting in general for bosses. If you're unsure about how the early game's gonna go, right, and you're wanting to play a lot more safe, you just skill your dagger. Your dagger on Shiv is a lifeline, basically.
Enemy spotted.
A dagger behind me and then dash onto you. But I can do this, and then say I miss a shot, I just leave.
So similar to like what Brawl can do and like what like Wukong can do, like Shiv has the ability to play a bit of disruptor. Like obviously you're looking to play more like the assassin and find like isolated fights, but like because of this, like being able to throw that behind you and look for like a big damage play, and as soon as you're about to get crowd control or something, being able to do that, like it's just like a pretty reliable way to you gain value. Yeah.
Shiv's like an assassin that can walk through the front door, right, and try and kill as many bodyguards as she can before she has to TP.
Yeah, so you like getting used to the timing on this is like pretty key. Yeah, 6 seconds you have to take it. It's a pretty long time. Like you can get a lot of.
That is like the simple combo. So you're gonna like dagger behind you, you're gonna look. If you land all your shots on someone, you will just kill them. And then even though you've had to teleport back, like that person's knocked, your teammates can go on to the knock because now it's 2 versus 2. And when you get next to them, then it'll be 3 versus 2. Other thing with your dagger is sometimes you just want to play neutral. So something I did there is I dashed to the side instead of dashing forward. Because sometimes if they're dashing on you very aggressively, you don't actually want to dash forward. Because say I dash forward, and if I dash forward, like we're basically kissing, right? This is just not good for Shiv.
What's
So
like, so
sometimes when you're dashing on me-
what's your preferred range here? Like where are you trying to stay always?
I'm always ideally trying to keep you on the latter half of my aiming laser. If you dash real quick and you look at your aiming laser, you're gonna see the middle line.
Oh, right there.
I'm
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm always trying to keep you in the
Right
latter
there.
half, because
Here.
if I shoot you, we can do it with practice dummy. This is probably the best way to show it. So if I shoot someone with my dash, like when I'm right next to them, it only applies 1 mark of malice, which you can see with the line on it. But if I shoot them on the latter half, it applies 2 marks. For some reason.
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, you can see the 2 lines now.
Yep.
Empowered.
But another
Okay,
cool
and I
trick
was
about-
like right within range, so there's only one.
Yeah. Another really niche trick about Shiv that I don't think a lot of people know is there's a third option for her shift. So when you dash, if you get them on the very, very tip, right, you will do an empowered shot. Right.
Wait, like more than even the regular?
Yep.
Really?
Doubt.
She has like a extra sweet spot.
It will show up as like a pink
I'll
number.
go here.
You've got him on the very, very edge. You getting it?
351, is that what I'm supposed to do?
The number turns pink.
Nope, I don't get it.
Don't get it? What?
Just real quick, like on the ability order, like what do you usually take? Like, so you go level 3, and do you like just go straight shift max after that? Like, what's the normal?
Sorry, so I do shift, RMB or E depending on the start of the game, and then I'll get the opposite, and then I'll max my shift. And then after that, I'm going to be getting my dagger to max, and then my RMB to max, and I'm scaling my ultimate wherever possible.
Gotcha. So it's basically shift max, dagger max, RB max, and then yeah, any ult level you get, you're scaling your ult. Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, so we've talked about the shift, we've talked about the RMB a little bit, so I'm going to go a bit more into the RMB right now. So when fighting someone, there's two different. I guess there's like 4 different ways you want to use your R&B actually, right? But they all do the same thing. You either get a stun or ground someone.
Right.
Is the main purpose of it. The first way that you can use your R&B, and probably the most simple way in terms of how you're actually going to use it with your kit, is when you press your ultimate, you want to use your R&B, and then you're basically spam dashing while shooting them. Because
Gotcha.
like they're grounded, it just makes them a much easier target to hit.
Gotcha. That makes sense. It lets you like hit
Yep.
that outer ring like more effectively. Like as you're like dashing, like you're able to keep them in that. Because essentially when you're ulting, like that outer ring is the sweet spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So your ultimate on Shiv is basically like the inner circle, just regular damage, but your outer circle is just the much better like sweet spot damage. You've got your R&B with your ult. You've got R&B with terrain, so if you stand on the other side of this tree real quick. With terrain, right, Shiv is able to use terrain like trees and destructible walls. And if I fire my R&B at the tree and you're on the other side, it will stun you.
Gotcha.
And I can use that as like a way to like set myself up to hit you. And it doesn't just have to be from behind the tree, it can be from the Shiv as well. I can stun you into it. So it's like, it works both ways, it just counts as a pillar that you can stun people to.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of niche areas that you can also do this on. Like there was a guy the other day that tried to kill me on KP, but I stunned him to the vault.
The vault, like what? The vault, like the vault pillar?
No, like the actual vault itself. You can stun them to the vault or the vault pillar.
Oh, that's cool.
You can also stun them to. I don't know if it still works, right? But it used to work. If you know the ghost spawns on a vault, you can stun them to the ghost spawn hitbox.
Whoa.
that one's also very very niche, right? And that requires a lot of in-game knowledge.
That's cool. I love that stuff.
Another thing as well. So say you're trying to chase me.
So okay, I see. So
R&B is just giving you a lot of distance because you're grounded. I'm getting my dash on cooldown faster than you are. So now I've gained like cooldown advantage on running away.
I see. That's actually a sick little getaway combo.
You can stun 2 people together with the R&B as well. And then that also sets up for you like doing like your ult and all your like shift LMB, shift LMB, shift LMB. Like.
And that's the dream combo, right? If you hit 2 people, you like ult into them and shift. And the other thing about your that I think maybe a lot of like newer shifts maybe don't realize is the empower shot like penetrates, right? So if you have 2 people lined up like that, if you are shifting and you're keeping them both in a line when you shoot, and you're ulted at the same time, you're doing like crazy damage in that like single direction. Yeah.
Yes. And also a tip for people that are playing against Shiv, something that I feel like people don't realize. If you refresh your resources real quick, so you've got health. So I want you to watch like my character, and you're gonna see a line appear from my character towards your character.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right. And now if you click it, you'll notice the same thing.
Okay.
Right. That's like an extra aiming laser, right? That is just there to kind of help you with where you're meant to be aiming. That just tells you the direct path, like of where the person is relative from you.
Gotcha.
Whenever you press your ult, that will always move in tether.
Gotcha. Yeah, I honestly never even noticed that.
So the biggest tip I can give Shiv players on their ultimate is don't be afraid to use it. The amount of times that I rip my ult and I shoot air. Like just a crazy amount of times, but it genuinely is completely fine because afterwards you just chill out. But if you do hit it right, then you've just won the fight for your team because you've killed 1 person or you've killed 2 people if you're really locked in, and the fight's over now. So like you can just stand on the wisps and just collect the rewards. The
other thing I think, like, just to make sure people realize, is the fact that when you do ult, you get the 2 free shifts, right? So it's like, even like in the sake of you know, going in with the ulti, like if you are short, you have a couple shifts in the chamber even if you're not hitting the shots, yeah, to like try to.
I'm using my ult either the main reason I'm using my ult is to blow up 1 person. I feel like currently in the meta it's whoever Shiv kills the enemy team quicker is the person that's winning. I typically use my ult to blow up 1 person, but you can also use your ult as like a disengagement tool. So say pretend there's like 3 of you, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm running away.
Yeah.
And I shift and I shoot my dash that way, but I use my ult to get me a couple extra dashes.
Yeah, it hits me a couple times even as you're
even as I'm like dashing away as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
So you can also use your ult as like a mobility tool as well. Like
Like just for the extra shifts.
yeah, just for the extra shifts. But you're never aiming away from the person. You're always shooting towards them as you're going away.
Gotcha.
Because that's going to give you even more shifts.
That makes sense.
The biggest advantage to Shiv's ultimate is the fact that
Can't do that.
when you do a regular shift, I'm gonna just jump and shift, and I want you to alt and alt jump and shift.
Okay, let me reset my rifle.
Submit to the Empire.
So you'll notice you have less range
Yeah.
on the ultimate one. This is good because it means that you get your empowered state quicker because you don't have to travel as far, meaning you actually output more DPS. So whenever you're in your ultimate as well, it's the highest like dash LMB DPS that you're going to get on Shiv. It's always just going to be a lot higher.
Yeah, and the whole time you're ulting, you're wanting to just basically like spray your LMBs, is what you're saying, to max, because it's like maxed out right there.
Yep.
As you're shifting
Sometimes
too.
as well, similar to when you're level 1, you actually don't want to just spam your LMBs. Ideally, you are just going crazy mode, and then you can just instantly shoot and keep landing everything. So, sometimes someone's going to be like around a wall or something, and so say the guy was here, and you were trying to shoot me, yeah? And then they dashed around the wall, and you've ripped ult as they've dashed around the wall.
Can't do that.
It's okay to just press your ult
To the Empire.
and then go for it. So I ult, right? I do the jump dash glide. I shoot, and then I would like follow up with the rest of the ultimate because you've got 2 dashes. But a big thing on Shiv as well is whenever you're moving around, if you just dash normally, you're not going to go that far. And if you jump dash, it'll send you a little bit further.
You want to get the
But
glide.
yeah, the best thing that you can do in Shiv when you're fighting is you do a jump dash glide, give it a quick tap. It's gonna give you a lot more distance.
So like even mid combat, you're doing this, like you don't even care about like the spike thing because it's you like time it such that you're not taking damage or try to.
Yeah, so even in the old patch when it was a single bullet and you would get spiked, you were still doing this in combat. It's just that you would do it that quick that it wouldn't appear for long enough.
I see.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Empowered.
Yeah, you're doing it like ultra quick. I see.
With the new patch though, it's made it a lot more. It's made you a lot more flexible for fuck up. Even if like a ghost bullet hits you, like you'll be fine, right? Like you're not actually like stressed about fucking taking damage instantly.
Yeah.
Of course, still be careful. Like if someone's gonna dump a bunch of damage into you, you need to care to make sure that doesn't just kill you.
I think that's basically it. So dude, I just want to like really thank you, bro, because that was fucking awesome.
Empowered.
I'll show you one more funny thing.
Okay, let's go.
I just remembered. Right, so you know Void can TP back with grapple.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna just send the dagger over here. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just grapple onto this pillar.
Dude, that's sick as hell.
Eyes on it.
So she does want to grab me the squid.
I don't know about that one, but
That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. Some tech to send us out. GG's. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Everyone, Aiden BY, the GOAT. Thank you, brother.
take it easy, bro. Thanks for having me.